All right, what's up, y'all? My name's Evan Strong, the founder of In the Image Clothing Company. What I've done here is actually made two videos just barely, standing in the same location where I titled them Where Clothing Sits. One of them's tops and one of them's pants, because those are the things that have been in most every intro to In the Image Clothing Company videos as of, up until lately, like now, right from this point back. And it's just not probably going to be structured quite like that going forward. So you've got those two reference videos to always come back to. But this one here is a third one, kind of like secondary to the two items of clothing that we wear, right? Tops and pants, because we have our two prerequisites under In the Image Clothing Company. They've been the same since the founding. They'll always be the same. The only point of me telling you to do anything at all is to allow your body to work. I'm spitting as I'm speaking. But that's our key phrase under In the Image Clothing Company. We place clothing on our bodies, and if it's not working with our bodies the only way they could, there's only one way the human body could ever work, being just a mechanical machine placed onto a rock in space, then they're not going to be able to work. So when we weave ropes in our shoes, we call it shoelacing, but we're just putting a weave of a rope across the top of our feet. And there's only one way to weave that's actually shaped the way the human foot is shaped. There is so much mechanics happening in the feet. Okay, bones, tendons, ligaments, muscles, a lot of them, gripping arches, supporting the whole body. So In the Image Clothing Company's shoelace technique, just find it where you find us, brother. I'll show it here if I can get my foot this high. That's kind of going to be the condition on if I show it or not. Serious. But then we also have to tie our shoes evenly over toward the center line of the human being. There's just two sides to the body, and we're just tying knots with ropes. I was 24 years old before I even started tying my shoes even. And so now I've been getting out of chronic patterning from that, and also oversized clothing and imbalances, the things we talk about, the reason we are in the Image Clothing Company at all, okay? Physically, for the human body at least, right? There's four sides to us, and I'll talk about the other three briefly. But secondly, to shoe laces, we have to remove all tags that are within clothing. They're either just causing a physical gap that just changes the body's only working position. We've got tags often placed in the rear of tops, at the collar up here, on the sides of tops, on the sides of pants, on the hip flexor part, in the front here of our hips of pants, right on the very rear of pants by our lowest vertebrae. In shoes, there's tags placed. In hats, there's tags placed. And there's musculature all over the skull, okay? So they all have to be removed. Otherwise, your body's just not going to work. It just couldn't. They're either just putting a physical gap in a location where otherwise the clothing's just laying against you nicely, right? And then there's just a random gap where a tag's placed. Or just the slipperiness or the texture of them doesn't allow musculature to work. Like, that's the case with most shoe tags, because they don't usually stick out, but they just don't let the feet work, okay? So what we need to do is either take those tags out of the shoes all the way, or just roughen them up well. Try to just get texture to them, because the heat shrunk on tags, we don't want to be ruining our clothing or like the tongues of shoes, which is where they're commonly placed. But that's what you can do, okay? So let's see if I can get my foot up here, bro. This is my right foot. This is my left foot. If you can't see that, that's fine. We've got In the Image Clothing Company's official shoelacing technique placed where you can find us, anywhere you can find us. But there you go, okay? Those are our two prerequisites. So we've got four sides to us, as I said. In the Image Clothing Company Poodles, where we specialize in standard purebred poodles. In the Image Clothing Company Podcast, where we have discussions on the gospel of Jesus Christ. And In the Image Clothing Company Music, where I show how to size and set up guitars to not alter the body, but then also place music that I've made. Here on the main side, we talk about all things, man, with the human body's physical function, truly. So there you go, okay? And that's our two prerequisites in a nice little compact video. If you couldn't see the shoelacing technique, find it where you find it. It's just the exact opposite on both feet, just like tying the shoes, because there is two sides to the body, okay? Yeah, all right, cool. Thank you. Like I said, my name is Evan Strong, the founder of In the Image Clothing Company. Today is the 14th of June, 2025. check us out. All 4 sides. We do some really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Okay, thank you.